We are in PJs today, and I've got my Squishmallow here. So, however you're showing up today, we are in our inner child healing cozy vibes. So, on a personal note, my zero point 0.5 milligram Wegovy got canceled for a second time. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not getting it. At least until the shortage is over, maybe. I don't know. I'm still able to get the 0.25, so I'm sticking with that. I've been taking it 10 days apart. I don't have any rush. I know this is not an ideal scenario, but it is what it is. So I have to do what I can to roll the punches. I'm still drinking my yerba mate. I'm trying to not be stressed about like gaining weight. I haven't gained any weight actually, but I haven't really lost any weight either since I hit that like it's time to move up to the 0.5. My body's kind of gotten used to the 0.25. My food noise is minimized, but it's still not where I want it to be, right? So like I kind of mentioned last time, like because my body's getting used to it, I just don't feel it's working as well as it could be. So I'm still getting cravings and things, but it's not as bad. I went to the Taylor Swift concert this past weekend in Seattle, and being in the stadium, normally I'm like, I need to have fried foods. Like they have hot dogs and like chicken fingers and fries and ice cream and cotton candy and you know what I mean, like all this unhealthy stuff. And normally I'm like, oh, okay, I need to get some of that and like enjoy the show. I didn't feel a need, luckily, because I'm guessing the Wegovy, like, because I've been taking it every 10 days. I took it Saturday, I think. I didn't feel the need to indulge like I normally would have. I found the shortest line, which was, it looked like a beer stand, but they actually had like Trulies and Twisted Teas too. So I was like, bet. And I got a twisted tea, and that was my little treat for the show. It helped me be less anxious because I was just there by myself. If you know, you know. It was just really too hard to get tickets together with my friends. But it was fun. Like I made friends with other Swifties. We traded friendship bracelets and all that. And then I enjoyed my one treat. And it was a 3.5 hour show. So I don't know how I survived, but I did. And I didn't have any excessive treats. I just had the one thing. So that's a good sign, right? And then I think as far as like food goes at home, I've been trying to choose easier things, but like I'm noticing that though my food noise is lower, as long as I have something that's like relatively healthy and quick nearby, I'll reach for that before I reach for something super unhealthy. It's just that the healthy thing has to be kind of in a convenient format for me personally. I think part of it comes down to executive functioning and not wanting to cook. So I've been getting rotisserie chicken from Safeway that they already like pull off the bone. So it just comes in a little like container. And then I have that and leave in the bag broccoli. So you can just kind of throw it in the microwave and then you end up with, you know, chicken and broccoli, which is healthy and it's quick and easy. And it's just an option for people who are like me who don't want to go through like a whole process every time. So if you're trying to eat a little bit healthier while you're on this medication and you have a problem that like you don't like to cook or just don't have enough time to cook, that might be a good option. But yeah, weight wise, like I'm still hovering at 219, which kind of sucks, but it's better than increasing. So I'm trying to look at the silver lining here. That's really like all I have to say in terms of like a personal update. I've been looking into news around like the shortage and it's just like not much information out there. And then other medications are starting to see shortages now too. Like Manjaro, I think, is having a shortage. One thing is Ro is now offering Saxenda. So if you use Ro as your telehealth provider like I do, Ro's offering Saxenda as an alternative to Wegovy during the shortage. And it's just not as good. It came before Wegovy, Manjaro, some of these newer medications, and it's just not as effective. And it's a daily injection, and I'm just simply not going to do that. Once a week is bad enough. So, no, thank you. And then as long as I can still get the 0.25, which it seems to be more in stock than the 0.5. Interestingly enough, I don't exactly know why that is. Like maybe that's just Maybe it's just because people are like delaying starting right now because of the shortage, which is like perhaps something I should have considered, but I'm just so eager to make this change. And the 0.25 works enough for me that I feel it is worth it. Like, I don't want to stop taking it because then I'm afraid I would go in the other direction. But then that way, like when the 0.5 becomes available, I can just immediately move up. But yeah, I'm not gonna do the Saxenda thing. But if you do decide to do it, let me know how it goes. If you like it, if you find it effective. I'm curious to know. I just plan on keeping going. I'm not gonna get discouraged. I'm gonna keep doing my updates here. I'm gonna keep trying these incremental changes when it comes to my health. Like, at least like this combined with the 0.25, combined with the berberine supplementation, it's keeping me going. And if you're not even able to get the 0.25 right now, and you only have the option of yerba mate and berberine, hey, it's better than nothing, right? So let me know if you end up trying that as well. But ultimately, this is motivating me to look at other aspects of my health in the meantime. And I've kind of talked about that in the past. Like, that's why I started this podcast, which, if you didn't know, I made an announcement about it last week. But this is a podcast now, as well as a YouTube video. So my audios will be uploaded to Spotify. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to incorporate exercise incrementally. I've been using my stationary bike. It's just one I got off Amazon several years ago. I think it was during the pandemic when I was like, oh, I'm gonna get healthy. I'm gonna lose all this weight. I'm gonna come out of the pandemic being so much healthier. It ended up being the complete opposite. I was struggling mentally and physically. I am doing my cycle during the day. I've also, not to bring up Taylor Swift again, but I found this channel and I'm gonna link it down below because it's incredible. But I found this channel of a woman who does exercises to Taylor Swift albums. She did an Eras exercise video. So like it's each era is like a different thing. And like part of his hit, which is not recommended for women with PCOS. So like just keep that in mind. But I think we can still get away with it a little bit as long as you're not giving 100% the whole time. You can still do the movements in your own like low impact way without going too hard, and then still enjoy it and still get the workout that you want without over stressing your body. I think it's a good option if there's an artist that you really love. Like for me, it's Taylor. For you, it might be someone different. If you can find a YouTuber out there who's creating exercises to their music, that could really help you. The stationary bike I like because it's very straightforward, right? Like you just hop on and start going and you get to sit. And sometimes I'll watch whatever show I'm binging. Lately it's been Supernatural. But yeah, just whatever motivates you. If you're someone who's in the same state as me right now, where you've already started this journey and you're waiting, or maybe even you're waiting to start it, just think about what you can do. Pick something small, right? You don't want to pick like 7 different things and then try to do them all at one time, because you're going to fail and then it's going to feel terrible and then you're just going to get into a vicious cycle. If you can make one small change, maybe in the mornings when you get up, you go for a 5-minute walk or you dance to a song that you like for one song. Movement is so important to our wellness, and I think any way we can incorporate that is amazing. Because I've been making all these changes lately, I'm also pacing myself with the changes that I'm making. I'm not just trying to become a whole new person. I'm adding small things in. All right, well, that's kind of all I have to say for today. Let me know what changes you're making. Let me know what works for you. Let me know how you're feeling. It's going to be a week to week thing, but this process is keeping me accountable. If I didn't show up every week, even if I have absolutely nothing to say, at least I'm holding myself accountable and I'm not getting off track. So this is a way of me keeping myself in check, but also connecting